If you're having trouble tithing and giving to your church and giving to men and women of God who are preaching the gospel, or giving especially even to the poor and those that are needy, if you're having trouble doing that, it's a bad sign. It's a bad sign that you are unintentionally serving the devil. You say, well, I don't want to serve the devil. Then you gotta go ahead and be generous. If you're not going to be generous, forget it. You're going to be serving the devil unintentionally. So tithing will break that spirit of greed, because once you start tithing, then that greed that has you starts to let go, because as you're giving to the gospel, your heart is in the gospel. But if you're keeping it for yourself, your heart is for yourself. But as you're giving it to the gospel, to the poor, your heart's there. And if your heart is there, oh my goodness, God is going to bless you. So you'll break the spirit of greed, and then you'll break the spirit of poverty. See, the funny thing is, all of us want to prosper in life, but the devil will tell us the way you prosper is you got to keep everything for yourselves. He's a liar. He'll tell you, don't tithe. That's in the Old Testament. That's not New Testament. Oh, he's a liar. Don't you get it? He's trying to lie to you, convince you to keep it for yourselves. And I've seen people justify their greed in all manner. I'm keeping this because you did this to me. And I'm thinking, now you're blaming them for your own greed. You see? And this is the power of greed. But when you give, you break the spirit of greed. And the very thing every human being wants is to prosper. God will prosper you. That's why God said to the children of Israel in Malachi 3, bring the tithe into the storehouse and see if I don't open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing on you, you won't have room enough to store it. Do you realize blessings will come to you when you give your tithes? Especially you give your tithes to your church, you give your money to the poor. Those are free will offerings that you do, but tithing is mandatory. It is commanded by God in both Old and New Testament. Jesus said not to neglect the tithe, Matthew 23:23. So if he said not to neglect it, don't neglect it. But that's the beginning. Now, I'm not saying tithing will 100% break the spirit of greed. You got to do other things too. You got to have generosity beyond just the tithe. But tithing is the first step of putting God first, because you're giving him the first fruits. So isn't it time that you start to give? Give to those that are feeding you the word of God. You know, I know many of you, we get about 500,000 to 1.3 million views of our videos. So I know we're touching people around the world. And some of you, you've told me that you get most of your teaching from me. And yet I haven't even heard from some of you. Not one of you. Some of you just haven't even given. Now we do have partners, people that give, but a lot of you don't. Isn't it time that you partner with us and start maybe regularly giving? And as you keep coming on social media and learn the word of God, but yet you know you're also supporting that man of God who's teaching the word and changing the lives of people around the world.